Welcome to the Badass Babe Manifest podcast. The vibe here is how to manifest in a simple and fun way, implementing my abundance DNA method without the bullshit, overcomplicated hacks or fluff. I'm your host, Kelly Pender, your spiritual manifestation coach, and together we're going to uncover your unique abundance frequency, step into who the fuck you are unapologetically, and remove the limitation caps as well as playing it small to open yourself the F up to the unlimited abundance, success, and money to easily flow into your life and or business. Let's manifest that shit. Hello, my love. Welcome back to another episode of the Badass Babe Manifest podcast. We're diving into something that is so near and dear to my heart because this is something that I personally had for a very, very, very long time. This is something that I reflected on with all of my clients from now and then past clients that I have worked with. It has always come down to this one big piece that they were like, F this, I'm tired of carrying this, I'm tired of feeling this, I'm ready to break this effing cycle. And that is imposter syndrome, okay? We all have it, we all experienced it. This is something that comes our way because imposter syndrome is the identity that you have taken on from the belief of I'm not enough, from the neural pathway of lack, okay? And so I decided to make this a podcast episode because so many of my clients had imposter syndrome. I had imposter syndrome. We finally broke this effing cycle. And I'm sharing this with you today so that you can do the same because you know that you came here to make a huge effing impact on the world. You came here to share your message, your gifts, your talents, your skills, your body of work that only you possess. You came here to do that. And we are not going to allow, this is your new standard. I feel really passionate and fired the fuck up about this. We are not going to allow imposter syndrome to hold you back, to prevent you anymore from sharing your mission, your purpose, your body of work with the world. That you came here to transform millions of lives. We're no longer going to allow imposter syndrome to hold us back. This is an energetic decision. This is a new standard. And I'm going to share with you what's going on behind the scenes in your brain as to why this has been coming up and how to pattern interrupt, to end that stimulus and response, to cut, break, remove that cycle, that pattern. All right. And so this is what's going on behind the scenes with myself and with my clients. This is what I have noticed. It's almost like this cycle of leadership and imposter syndrome, stepping into the expert that you came here to be in your industry. And then imposter syndrome sucks you right back, right? And it feels like you can't move forward. It feels like you can't break free. And it feels like I'm so fucking tired of this cycle. How do I get out of it? Hello, I'm going to share with you today. All right, so this is a cycle that I noticed. We're going to validate what's going on so that you understand. And this is how to break free. Okay, shiny new business strategy syndrome. You go on social media, you see this new business coach who's offering a new strategy and you're like, holy fuck, I need this. This is going to help me. This is amazing. I am not bashing any coaches. I am not bashing any business strategy. You know, I love business strategy. You know, I love working with business coaches. Okay. So I'm just sharing what's going on behind the scenes in this cycle. You see it. You're like, F yes, I need that. I need this because I'm lacking clients. I need this because I'm lacking money. I need this because I'm lacking sales. I need this. So we implement this new business strategy, which is amazing. It's awesome. What happens is you start to go, you start to implement, you start to take action, you start to put out a new offering, you write an email, you message people, DM people, invite them in, and boom, crickets. No one responds back. You start posting on social media this new content that you have implementing this new business strategy. It feels like and looks like no one cares because no one's engaging, no one's liking, no one's commenting, no one's whatever the fuck, saving, sharing, all of these things. And you're like, am I talking to a fucking wall? What is happening here? I don't understand. Because of the quote unquote lack of response, the external factors, the external condition, what happens is that we are allowing that condition, that lack of response, to dictate and define our self-worth, to dictate and define our value, right? And then when that happens, it's like we pull the plug on ourselves, on our offer, on our business, on our body of work. We just pull the plug because we decided in that moment that no one cares, that what you're doing doesn't matter. We feel unworthy. We feel wobbly in ourselves. We doubt ourselves. We doubt our work. We doubt the transformation that we're able and capable of providing to the world, right? And then what happens is, boom, we immediately go back into imposter syndrome because we're like, well, it's not working. No one cares. It doesn't matter. I'm not getting the response I wanted. I'm not getting the signups that I wanted, the clients that I wanted, the sales that I wanted. So who am I to do this? Maybe I'm not as good as this coach over here. Maybe I'm not as good as this person. Maybe I really can't make a difference. Maybe I don't actually matter. Maybe I'm not actually enough. Okay. And then all of these old beliefs, all of these old stories, all of these old narratives that we're hypnotized by come in to support the imposter syndrome, to support the identity of someone who has to struggle in their business, to support the identity of someone where being a heart-led, soul-led entrepreneur is really fucking hard. It's really hard and it's never going to work unless I hustle, push, force, etc., etc. All right. I'm sharing this with you to tell you what's going on behind the scenes in your subconscious, in your energetics, in your emotional body so that we can break this cycle. Okay. And this is what's going on behind the scenes in your brain. This is a stimulus and a response. Okay. So the stimulus is, let's use the example of, holy fuck, I just created a new program or offering. I just posted it on social media. I put it out. So the stimulus is you putting something on social media. You're all excited. You're all lit up. You're all fired up. And then waiting for the external conditions to come in to decide if you're worthy enough, to decide if your work is powerful enough, to decide if you are valuable enough, to decide if you are enough. Okay. So we are placing our worth, our value in the hands of others, in the hands of the external. In this form, the number of likes, comments, shares, saves on social media, which we know that all of that is vanity metrics. You can tell yourself that all the live long day. However, in your brain, you formed a stimulus and response of, when I post on social media where I'm all lit the fuck up, excited, and then I don't get the external validation that I need to feel a certain way, because I didn't get that, the response is imposter syndrome. The response is, I'm not enough. The response is going back to hiding, pushing off launches, pushing off offerings, not writing that email, not taking action to move the needle in your business that you know is what you get to do. You're not doing it, right? That's the stimulus and the response. So how can you break that? Create a new money-making neural pathway, which I'm teaching you exactly how to do inside Badass CEO, girl. Get your booty inside if you haven't yet. This is going to change the trajectory of your effing business, okay? And also, what is going to shift everything for you today, to say this in the most simplistic form that lands with you, is to no longer allow external circumstances, the condition, to dictate and define your value and your worth. We're no longer going to place our worth, our value in the hands of others, in the hands of the external circumstances, AKA social media metrics, your bank account, number of clients, number of sales. We're no longer going to do that, because when we are doing that, We're not solid in ourselves. We haven't decided how worthy and valuable we are. We don't feel solid in our body of work. We don't feel convicted in our offerings, okay? We don't feel convicted and certain in ourselves, which then leads to us being wobbly, which leads to us showing up on social media or with our clients being like, I don't really know if I can do this. When you do know you can fucking do this, you just decided that because of the lack of social media engagement and number of sales that you aren't capable and that it is not possible. Is that the ultimate truth, or is that just a story? Because if this is a story that you're choosing to feed into and that you're hypnotized by, that's going to keep showing up as how you are showing up in your business, how you are showing up in your body of work. I know this firsthand. I know this working with my clients, and I want to tell you something right now. I have worked with many, many clients who have invested in themselves and business strategy, which I'm like, fuck yes, I love strategy and I love money-making neural pathways, okay? Those two together are like, boom, blow your business the F up. And of course, regulating your wealth and coding, which I'm teaching you inside Badass CEO. Anywho, I have worked with quite a few clients who in the past have invested in $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 in a business coaching container, okay? And after that container, after that program, I am working with them, guiding them through how to remove old neural pathways of lack and to create new money-making neural pathways. Because they had that neural pathway of lack that was feeding the belief of not enough, they were then showing up with imposter syndrome in their content creation, in their programs, in their offerings, in their work with their clients, right? And the external factors, the conditions, wasn't allowing them to go all in on themselves, to go all in on their body of work, and to go all in on their business, okay? When we broke that neural pathway of lack, of not enough, we broke the imposter syndrome. We created new money-making neural pathways, and they're now allowing themselves to show up, create, make moves regardless of the external circumstances, regardless of the conditions. And not only are they making more money, they're having fucking fun. They're having fun and they're running and leading business their way. And I'm going to tell you something right now, and I say this with so much love. When you become solid in yourself, your value, your expertise, you allow yourself to truly become the leading expert in your field, in your industry, regardless of the external, then and only then is when your external begins to shift. But you haven't allowed yourself to go there yet, okay? That is what I'm saying with so much love. You haven't allowed yourself to go there yet because you have been deciding that the number of likes on social media, deciding that the amount of clients that you currently have or do not have yet, the sales that you're currently making or have not made yet, are dictating and defining your worth and value and what you are capable of. Most of us, and I saw this with myself, I see this with my clients, most of us, right when we're on that edge of where it seems like nothing is fucking working in our business, where it seems like no one's responding, no one cares, when you are on that edge of it just feels like it's about to not work. It feels like I'm about to unplug. It feels like, holy fuck, it's like 2 hours away from midnight when my pre-sale is ending, or when doors close or enrollment closes. It's like 2 fucking seconds away. So many of us unplug in that moment. So many of us take our foot off the gas in that moment and decide, because no one has signed up yet, that it isn't working, that it's not going to happen. I am telling you, on that edge where it seems like nothing is about to effing happen, when you allow yourself to stay just plugged into your worth, your value, solid in yourself. When you have the new money-making neural pathways, we're no longer being led by lack, being led by that belief of not enough. I promise you, when you stay plugged in, solid in your power, regardless of the external, that's when it shifts. That is when it shifts, but you haven't allowed yourself to go there yet, because that moment before it's about to effing happen and fly into your external, you decided it's not working. You decided it hasn't happened yet, so it's not going to happen, right? Most of us don't allow ourselves to go there. And I'm going to give you a quick example. I've had many launches in the past where for the first 3, 4, 5 days, no one signed up. Okay. And I could have decided it's been 5 days. No one cares. It doesn't matter. I'm going to unplug because no one has signed up yet. What I'm doing, it's not going to change lives. I don't matter. I'm not special. I'm not important. Who the fuck am I, right? I could have pulled in all of these beliefs, which I have in the past. I'm a 3-5 projector. I came here for trial and error, baby. All the work so you don't have to. I'm telling you, I have unplugged. I have decided that I don't matter, that I'm not enough, that this isn't going to work. I have unplugged so many effing times. And then one time during a launch, I decided that it's going to work. I created new money-making neural pathways right before, right? I was doing all of my EFT tapping, all of my hypnosis, all of my inner work that I do in my sleep. This doesn't take time out of your day. My subliminal programming, I did it all. I committed and I decided not to unplug. I decided to stay anchored the F in. I decided to be led by my desire. Okay. I did the experiment. I did the trial and error. And guess what? The moment before doors were about to close or enrollment was about to end or whatever, 5 people flew in. 5 people flew in that last moment where I could have pulled the plug and I decided not to, right? I decided not to. And I had all the business strategy. I have all the business strategy. I'm currently in a group coaching program right now, right? I have that. And I also have money-making neural pathways. I regulated my wealth encoding. This is the exact work that I do with my clients. You don't need another shiny new business strategy. You don't need to pull in a wealthy woman affirmation when your subconscious mind doesn't even believe it to be true. What we get to do is pull out the root of where you don't feel enough that's feeding the pathway of lack, where you then are showing up identifying with imposter syndrome, and we're going to break that. We're going to permanently remove that pathway and stop that stimulus and response with a pattern interruption. I'm going to lead you through exactly how to do this inside Badass CEO with my science-backed techniques that you can do in your sleep. That only take 5 to 10 minutes, right? This is the missing piece that you get to implement, and it gets to be easy and it gets to be effing fun. And you can join Badass CEO today on pre-sale. Pre-sale ends tonight at midnight for payments of just $21 to massively transform your life and business. You're going to become the leading expert in your industry, where clients slide into your DMs being like, send me the link. Girl, you're speaking to me. I want to work with you. I am ready. I am in. This is the program to become confidently convicted in your body of work, where you make more sales and money with ease and fun. And I can't wait to teach you these proven techniques. All right, my love, either DM me on Instagram, CEO, and I'll send you that pre-sale link, or head to the link in the show notes. Remember, that expires tonight at midnight. You're saving over $500 and you can start today with payments of just $21. I can't even wait. This is going to be absolutely incredible. Let me know if you have any questions, and until next time, have a beautiful, beautiful day and go manifest that shit. Mwah. That was so much freaking fun. If you love this episode as much as I did, please take a screenshot and tag me on Instagram at @the_badassbabe so I can share and celebrate you. And I have a special gratitude gift for you. If you're feeling called, please give us a 5-star rating and write your review on Apple Podcasts. Take a screenshot, submit it. Let me know and I'll send you instant access to my Fuck Yes Money hypnosis as a thank you, and I'll see you in the next episode.